Hey everybody, welcome to Kotor Montenegro. Kotor Montenegro is where Julie and I call home when we're not traveling through Europe. This is our home base. We own a home here in Kotor, and we typically stay here for 60 to 90 days at a shot before we take off for 90 days or more. So if you'd like to stay in our home while we're away, we're going to share that opportunity with you. So stick around as we check out our home in Kotor Montenegro. One of the biggest pleasures Julie and I have had from doing our YouTube channel is getting the opportunity to meet viewers. And when people come to Montenegro, quite a few have reached out to us to get together. We are often asked if we'll rent our home out or if it's listed on Airbnb. Well, yes it is, and yes we will. You can also contact us directly. During our most recent stay, we actually stayed in another Airbnb for a period of time since my mother was visiting. So we had the opportunity to meet with some of the folks staying in our Airbnb and get their opinions of what it was like to stay there. We also had a YouTuber friend come back from Poland that had stayed there in the past. So let's see what they had to say about our home. Hey Richard, thank you for being a guest in our Airbnb. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
We enjoyed our stay at the B&B very much. It's centrally located. It's right next door to the cathedral, and that was a big thing for us. We wanted to be able to go to church fairly easily. It's a very clean and easily accessible apartment, and I highly recommend it.
I stayed in there for like 17, 18 nights.
And how was the experience?
It was exactly a year ago. It was fantastic. I mean, I guess if you're a realtor, you talk about location, location, location. So you were literally in one of the prime spots of Old Town Kotor, which is just the most fantastic UNESCO type city. And it was a beautiful apartment to stay in, had every convenience, and the views out of the windows were fantastic. So it was a fantastic location, a fantastic experience.
It's very nice. It's a very nice place. It's got all new appointments. It's got every imaginable thing, so you can live there far more than the other Airbnbs that we saw. And it's modern, and it's located right in the center. So we're really enjoying it so far.
Oh, you can't beat the location, that's for sure. It's right downtown. There's a beautiful church in the back. It's centrally located. There are little restaurants around. I love the shower. I love the bed. It's one of the most comfortable beds I've slept on. So yeah, we're quite enjoying it. And it's beautiful. It's a very nice place.
We love having viewers stay at our home. It makes us feel good knowing that somebody that knows us and will appreciate our home is staying there and treating it with love and respect. If you're a regular viewer, you'll recognize Bonnie and Michelle from a video we did in the past. Well, they went ahead and went into business, and they are doing property management and real estate, and there are new property managers. So if you'd like to stay in our home, we'll be providing their contact information so that you can reach out directly, or of course you can go to the Airbnb link. Both will be in the video description. And of course you can email Julie and I directly as well, but they're located right across from the fortress. When going direct, you'll avoid some of those Airbnb extra fees on top of the booking. So Julie and I, we designed this place as frequent travelers to have the comforts that we want when we're out staying at Airbnbs. Plus this is our regular home. So we have the dishes, the pots, the pans, and all of the regular things that you need for a long-term stay, and we hope that you'll feel at home. We did design this home to be our home, so we didn't skimp on any kind of creature comforts. We also just recently upgraded to the best highest speed internet available in the Old Town, as well as an internet TV package that provides HBO and quite a few English-speaking channels. We made sure we had ample storage and places to store gear. We have a heater, air conditioning in the apartment, as well as a washing machine for clothes and a dryer. The dryer is ventless, so when you use the dryer, you'll have to pull out a side compartment to drain the water as it collects, but you won't find a dryer in most Airbnbs around the area. We have a separate freezer that's in a storage area within the wall, as well as the full-size refrigerator. We really love this place. Now, we do have proximity to the church, so we will hear bells when the bells go off at the church. So I don't want anybody being caught off guard by that. They'll typically stop at 8 o'clock at night, and they'll start at 6 in the morning. We've kind of got used to them, and it's somewhat muffled with the windows, so you're not getting the full effect of the windows. We find it actually part of the charm of the old town. That church was built in 1166, and it's all about the location. So if you stay here and that might bother you, you might want to think twice. But the bells, we just typically hear them, roll over, go back to sleep. While I mentioned we put in most of the creature comforts that you can have, we do not have a garbage disposal. You can't get them in Montenegro. You can't get them in a lot of countries in Europe. They're illegal. So if you have extra food, you need to toss that into the trash. We had a couple that stayed in our place, and unfortunately they didn't know what to do, and they put it down the toilet, and we had to call in a special plumber to clean up the mess, and there was some minor overflowing. So please do not put food down the toilet. Take it out to the trash. Part of the reason we want to do this video and make sure our viewers know about our home is we want to make sure that we have people that are going to care for our place coming in. By the way, there are stairs, so if that's an issue for you, you'll want to consider somewhere different. When you open our front door on the ground level, you're right outside some of the best restaurants in the area. We'll walk you through a few of them and show you the menus, so feel free to pause. So this is Cesare's. It's a higher end restaurant, but the prices really are not outrageous. The outside seating is great, and we like the portage here. And if you get the opportunity to come here, you'll want to go and check out the inside of the establishment here as well. From what I understand, they put about $1 million into the remodel, and the bathrooms are pretty unique. And so when you leave Cesare's and you go down a little bit of ways, you're going to pass the Pima Palace, and another fantastic restaurant is Astoria. It's one Julie and I go to often, and again, we like to sit outside. We'll bring the dogs with us. We'll get our cappuccinos, we'll get some porridge, we'll get a sandwich. The grilled squid here is amazing also if you're into seafood. So I would highly recommend checking out Astoria. And some of the videos that you've seen where we see people, this is oftentimes where we'll decide to gather and get together with them to have our initial introduction. But the menu is not outrageous. Again, this is considered a high-end restaurant, and there could be some higher prices on some items, but everything here is pretty good value for what you're receiving. So Astoria, 2 thumbs up. It's also a HACCP certified restaurant, which is not something you see very often in Europe. It's a standard of cleanliness and quality. So that was a HACCP, HACCP, which shows that they're at a unique standard for the area. Now, cappuccino and the food here is absolutely delicious. And they have a great tea service where when you get your cup of tea, you're getting the full-on tray. You really feel special when you're coming here. So $13.20. That came out pretty decently. I think that's a good price.
Beautiful food.
So Julie, what did you say?
The best tea service in Old Town. It's just eloquent and it's just beautiful. So.
The next restaurant on the hit is the Square Pub. And again, lots of outside seating. It's right outside St. Trophin Church, the cathedral, and you've got a pretty broad menu from sandwiches and soups and pizzas, and of course, it being a bar, you're gonna find your beer in there as well. But there's desserts, and it's really a place that you can decide to come and have drinks or just a full-on restaurant. Sarah Pizza is also right there by St. Trophin, and it's got a huge menu as well. Very affordable and very good pizza. So if you're looking for a pizza place, good place to come, sit down, and just sitting in this square, you get so much time to people watch and There's a very friendly owner here as well, and he's always got a smile on his face. There's other restaurants in the area, and all of them are really, really good. Just so many that I can't really mention them all. There's literally probably about 30 to 40 eating establishments within the Old Town walls. For many people, the first restaurant they'll see when they come into the Old Town is San Giovanni's. I personally love their crepes here. So if you're looking for something, you have a sweet tooth, check that out. Their pizzas here are also pretty good. They've got a pretty broad menu and something for most people's taste. They're in the main square when you first come into the fortress, and so it's pretty busy. It's a good place to people watch. They're going to be right underneath the clock tower, so check them out. It's worth it. Now let's talk about the shops. In the Old Town, there's shopping for everything you could think of. This is Izmet.
Yes, hello, hi.
Julie and I have gotten to know quite a few of the owners of places. In this particular shop, you have Sergio and Charlie quite often, and they have a lot of things that are imported here from Turkey. But we really feel at home as we walk through the Old Town here. We've gotten to know so many beautiful people. One of the folks that Arya loves is Anna. She's constantly outside and always greeting us with a big smile and a big pinch on Arya's butt. They've got a special bond. Arya's always looking for her, and sometimes we feel like we've got really true friends that we are seeing on a regular basis, just coming and going through this town. So if you come here, say hi to Anna. She's wonderful. If you do come to Kotor and you've got a pretty steep budget, look for this carpet place. It's on the north side of the town. Visit our friend Farte. They've got some exquisite carpets. Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yok, bu 3 yılda mı oluyor? O da 3 yılda değil mi? Bu,
These are all stitched.
kaç var dedim bu? 100.000 dedim buna.
So that's $100,000, €100,000 for this.
But is the sometimes the 100,000, sometimes the later is the make is the working.
Wow. How much would
is
this?
this one?
This is price 15,000.
€15,000?
Yeah.
So that one must not be the
Wow.
detail that one went into.
That's still an enormous detail.
Very special. You look.
Look how
And what's the price on this one?
How much kaç para bu?
This is price 100,000, 62,000.
€162,000? And there's their name right into
This is a
there.
Dursun
Wow.
from Turkey in Anatolia.
€162,000?
Wow. Yeah, let's keep Katie away from that, honey.
Yeah, no doubt.
You too, Arya. So we're here in November in Kotor. Our home is right inside this gate here. So November, you could be wearing a jacket, or like us, wearing t-shirts. It just depends on the day.
I could be wearing shorts today, probably. It's just I decided we're probably going to be out for quite a few hours, and it might change.
Yeah, so if you're coming here as late as November, you still want to pack some t-shirts. So now, we're going to take a quick walk outside of the fortress. Now, there are those bells. Remember I mentioned the bells, everybody? This is what they sound like inside the apartment, because this is actually where I'm recording this today. That's not too bad. We also have, within a 5-minute walking distance to the Old Town, a beautiful park. This is where we take Katie and Arya quite often so that we can let them run around and play in the grass and the trees. There goes Arya right there. So if you wanted to get out to the park, it's just a simple stroll away. And if you haven't seen the Dobrota video, the waterfront to those restaurants on the water, they're just around the corner. Now, something that we do need to express is that if you're coming to Kotor, parking can be a bit of a hassle. There are parking areas around the town. They can be pricey. There is free parking on the street, but you'll have to hunt and search for that. If you choose to use the outer parking lots, you do have different rates based on the lot location. There's one over by the mall, and yes, we do have a mall within walking distance of the Old Town as well. If you don't have a rental car or a car to park, you can use the blue line to get to a lot of the cities. It's right on the other side of the mall, and If you wanted to go all the way to Budva, Podgorica, you go to the south side to the bus terminal and you can get a direct bus to larger cities. Now, if you want to just take a quick taxi, the mall, which is only a 5-minute walk from the old town, has taxis right outside. Let's talk trash. The south side of the fortress has a gate, and this is where we walk to take our trash. So if you do choose to stay with us, please make sure you take the trash out. As a reminder, Julie and I, as we travel the world, we are using IMGlobal health insurance. If you are traveling the world, if you're a nomad, if you're an expat, and you need coverage while you're traveling, or even if you're going on vacation, check out IMGlobal. I am an appointed agent. And if you use the link in the video description, I will receive a commission. For that, I will thank you. If you'd like the link, please feel free to email us at warrenjulietravel@gmail.com. I'll send it to you. Julie and I were traveling the world with our 2 dogs. And again, Kotor Montenegro is our home base. So as we share our cost of living with you and our experiences and our adventures, our videos sometimes can be a little bit behind the times because it takes sometimes a month or 2 before we get the video up. If you want to follow us in real time, please join our Facebook group. You can go to Warren Julie Travel, or you can find us on Instagram. Again, search for Warren Julie Travel, and we should pop up. If you haven't already, please give this video a like and subscribe so you can follow us on YouTube as well. Now, if you come to Kotor, please try to get out and do some hiking. The views can be spectacular, and you can do the ladder through the window of the back of the fortress, or you can do the stairs up through the front. There's different hikes for different skill levels, and there's so much to see. So we definitely encourage you to get out and adventure while you're in Kotor. We hope that you enjoyed today's video about Kotor and about our home in Kotor. And we also hope that you'll follow along with us on our future videos and as we travel. So until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, no. I think females get horns too. In the United States, we tend to cut the horns off so they don't injure each other.
Well, they smell like cheese.
They smell like
Do
goat
you
cheese.
smell the goat cheese?
Yeah, when I smell goat, I always think of goat cheese.
I definitely smell goat cheese.